So we will be doing the Mangalarati bhajan today. So the basics. So till last class we learned we need to attend Mangalarati every day in the morning, right? So when we attend Mangalarati, this is the song we sing during the Mangalarati. Samsara Dava Nalini Bhaloka. So today we will be learning, and the only rules or regulation or whatever we have to attend Mangalarati in the morning is the Brahma Muhurta Mangalarati. We need to sing this song loudly. As in, we need to open our mouth and sing, not in our mind or not, softly. We need to sing like chanting. We need to open our mouth and sing the song in Mangalarati. That's when we get the full benefit. Okay, so that's why we will be doing this song today. This is written by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. संसारदावानललितालोका प्राणाय कारुण्याघनघनत्वा संसारदावानललितालोका प्राणाय कारुण्याघनघनत्वा प्राप्तस्य कल्याणगुणनवास्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् प्राप्तस्य कल्याणगुणनवास्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् महाप्रभो कीर्तनविद्यागीता वादित्रमाद्या मनसुरसेना महाप्रभो कीर्तनविद्यागीता वादित्रमाद्या मनसुरसेना रोमाञ्चकाम्पाश्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् रोमाञ्चकान्ताश्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् श्रीविग्रहाराधिपनित्यानन्द शृङ्गारकान्मान्दिरामजनादौ युक्तस्य भाक्तंश्च नियोजतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् चतुर्वेदा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादे स्वाद्वानतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्गा हित्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् श्रीराधिकामाधवरतारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्ना प्रतीक्षणा स्वादनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् निकुञ्जयो रतिकेलिसेतु यायादिधीर्योक्तिरपेक्षणीया तत्रापि द्राक्ष्यारतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् साक्षाद्धरे त्वेन समस्तशास्त्रे उक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभोर्या प्रियेव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादात् यस्य अप्रसादानगति कुतोऽपि ध्यायस्तु वांस्तस्याय यशस्त्रिसन्ध्या वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् संसारदावानलनिधलोका प्राणाय कारुण्याघनघनत्वा प्राप्तस्य कल्याणगुणनवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Okay, so let's see the translation. The spiritual master is receiving benediction from the ocean of mercy just as a cloud pours water on a forest fire to extinguish it. So the spiritual master delivers the materially afflicted world by extinguishing the blazing fire of material existence. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is an ocean of auspicious qualities. Samsara Dava, Melali Dhaloka, Pranaya Karunya Ghana Ghanantva. So Pranaya Karunya. So just like how the rain extinguishes the forest fire, however huge it is, right? Same way, the mercy of the spiritual master is going to extinguish the blazing fire of the material existence in all our lives. And he is the one who is going to deliver us back to Krishna. Chanting the holy name, dancing in ecstasy, singing and playing musical instruments, the spiritual master is always gladdened by the Sankirtana movement of the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is relishing the mellows of pure devotion within his mind. Sometimes his hair stands on end. He feels quivering in his body, and tears flow from his eyes like waves. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. So spiritual master shows the Ashtasattvic Vihar that we have. Right? When we attain Krishna Prem, all of us can exhibit this Ashtasattvic Vihar. That means the 8 ecstatic symptoms. Spiritual master shows all of them. Quivering of the body, tears flowing from the eyes, hair standing on end, uh, changing of the body color, falling unconscious, everything, literally everything. Spiritual master is always expert, and engaged in temple worship, deity worship. He engages all his disciples also in deity worship. They dress the deities in beautiful clothes and ornaments, clean the temple, and perform other similar worship of the Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. A spiritual master is always offering Krishna 4 kinds of delicious food. There is always 4 kinds of food that we can offer to Krishna, 4 kinds of prasada. Something that can be nicked, that is the first kind. Second kind, that something that can be chewed. Third, something that can be drunk. And fourth, something that can be sucked. Okay, these are the 4 kinds of foods we offer to the Lord. And when the spiritual master sees that the devotees are satisfied by eating Bhagavat Prasad, then he is satisfied. That's why spiritual master always has a big heart. When his devotees or when his disciples are satisfied eating the prasadam, by just seeing that he gets satisfied. His hunger is fully, quenched. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. Spiritual master is always eager to hear and chant about the unlimited conjugal pastimes of Radha Krishna and their qualities, names, and forms. The spiritual master aspires to relish these at every moment. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. Spiritual master is very dear because he is expert in assisting the gopis who at different times make different tasteful arrangements for the perfection of Radha and Krishna's conjugal loving affairs within the grooves of Vrindavan. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. Spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord, Sakshat Haritvena. He is Sakshat Hari himself. There is no difference between spiritual master and the Lord himself. Spiritual master is considered to be the Krishna's mercy incarnation. Alright, so because he is the most confidential servitor of Krishna. This is acknowledged in all revealed scriptures. Samasta Shastra, all the revealed scriptures indicate the same thing. Guru is non-different from Krishna. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master, who is a bona fide representative of Lord Sri Hari. This is the most important verse, the last verse, Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasada, Yasya Aprasada Nagati Gutopi. If the spiritual master is pleased, if we can please the spiritual master, only then we can please Krishna. Krishna is automatically pleased if his disciple or if his representative is pleased. If we cannot please or if we don't please the spiritual master, we got to forget about Krishna Bhakti and Krishna's mercy. Krishna will never get pleased, right? So, by the mercy of the spiritual master, one receives the benediction of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Therefore, I should always remember and praise the spiritual master. At least 3 times a day, I should offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. Alright, so at least 3 times a day, we need to chant the Prabhupada Pranam Mantra because he is the Param Guru, he is the Guru, he is the founder Acharya of ISKCON, right? At least 3 times a day, we need to chant his Pranam Mantra. Or fine, you cannot chant the Pranam Mantra, at least 3 times a day, think about him. Think about your Gurudev, think about Prabhupada, okay? Whoever you consider Guru in, in your spiritual life, who is going to help you. Very important. Okay, so this is the song we sing in Mangalarati, and this song is supposed to be sung loudly. Okay, we need to open our mouth and sing loudly. Do not sing in your mind. Only when we sing it loudly, we get the complete benefit of attending Brahma Muhurta Mangalarati. Okay, so that is very, very important. And it's very easy. It's just 8 verses. It's called Guru Ashtakam. Okay, it's called Guru Ashtakam. The spiritual master is very, very important in our life. He's the one who is going to deliver us to Krishna, right? That's why when we wake up in the morning, the first thing we do is offer obeisances to our spiritual master by singing this Guru Ashtakam in Mangalarati. Everywhere, in all the ISKCON temples, we sing this. Only in Vrindavan, we sing, there is a different song. Okay, only in Vrindavan, we sing something else. But everywhere else, um, yeah, in Vrindavan, we sing Vibhavari Shesha. That is a compilation of different names of Krishna. Krishna has thousands of holy names, right? So, Vibhavari Shesha is a compilation of all the holy names that we sing for Mangalarti only in Vrindavan. Everywhere else, in all the other ISKCON centers, mandatorily we sing Guru Ashtakam because Guru Ashtakam is very, very important. Vrindavan, why we sing Vibhavari Shesha is Krishna eternally resides in Vrindavan. Right? So Krishna eternally resides there. So if Krishna is in front of us, we got to glorify him. And Krishna stays there eternally, just that we cannot see him. In his very personal form, he stays in Vrindavan. That's why we sing Vibhavari Shesha. Okay, so Guru Ashtakam is very important because Gurudev is very important in our lives. Without Guru, we cannot make any progress. Right? If Guru is pleased, Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasada, Yasya Aprasadat Nagadi Kutopi. So we are in hanging position. If we cannot please the spiritual master, if we do not follow the instructions of the spiritual master, we are neither towards Krishna or towards any development in our spiritual life. We are falling. We are falling deeper and deeper into the ignorance or material existence or the blazing fire of material existence. But Guru comes and extinguishes the fire. Taranaya karunya ghana ghanantva. Right? So that is the glory of the spiritual master. Even if you forget spiritual master one day, the spiritual master will not forget you. There is an instance I just wanted to share. Let's begin with this. Let's begin the class with this instance. So there is a person called, there was a devotee, very nice devotee. His name is Surabhi Rabipalayantam. Okay, this is his initiated name, Surabhi Rabipalayantam. So he was a Prabhupada's disciple, very closest, dearest disciple, very talented. So he used to design temples. All ISKCON temples, mostly when Prabhupada personally was there present in this world, most of the ISKCON temples he only designed. Okay, Surabhi Ravipalayantam. Vrindavan ISKCON temple. That is like beautiful, right? The archery and the space. It's so huge. All the it's so the temple design is so nice. Traditional. I mean, it upholds our traditional heritage also. Plus, it is very spacious and nice, right? It looks nice as well. So so Vrindavan ISKCON temple was designed by this person, Surabhi Ravi Palayantam. Okay. So he was a very nice devotee. He took sannyas and all that, right? He was a sannyasi designing temples. So Prabhupada was very, very pleased with his service because so beautifully he used to design budget-friendly designs. Okay, so it would fall in budget. It would look very nice. Space and all would be utilized very nicely. So that's why Prabhupada was pleased, very, very pleased with his service. Okay, so Prabhupada said once to Surabhi Vipalayantam that, you're designing such nice temples for Krishna here in this material world. You know what Krishna is doing in return for you? He's building a house for you in Vaikuntha. Because you're designing temples for him here, he's building a house for you in Vaikuntha. That's what Prabhupada said. Surabhi Abhipalayantam was like, wow, seriously. So when I go to Vaikuntha, I'll have a house for myself. Okay, so he took it in a very joyful, nice manner, sportive way. He did not really understand the depth of what Prabhupada said. Prabhupada's words will never go wrong. Whatever he says will definitely come through. He just took it, joyfully, playfully. And then Prabhupada disappeared from this world. Okay, after Prabhupada went back to Goloka from this world, left his body, what happened? Surabhi Ravipalayantam lost interest in devotional service. Okay, Guru is gone, Guru left, I will also leave my Guru. That was his um, mindset. Guru Tyagi. Such people are called Guru Tyagi. Let me leave my Guru. He is anyway gone, right? So that is the kind of mindset he developed. So he forgot Prabhupada. He left devotional service. He gave up sannyas. He was a sannyasi. Can you imagine? He gave up sannyas and he got married. He got married. He became a full-time karmi, bhogi. Literally forgot devotion service. Okay, he fell down to the most abominable materialist position. And then what happened? He got married, he got kids, he lived nicely in a very materialistic, opulent way. And okay, and also he did not even stay in India, Bharat Bhumi, he left, he went to Hong Kong or somewhere and started living there in a very materialistically opulent way, and which is not allowed, right? And then what happened? He got cancer. He became old and he got cancer. And for the treatment, their doctor suggested, asked him to come to India. So he came back. Okay. So in the meantime, a lot of devotees, Prabhupada's disciples, were actually searching for Surabhi Abhipalayantam. Where is he? Where did he go? Suddenly he went away. Suddenly he disappeared. What happened to him? There are so many temples coming up. We need, if he designs, it'll be nice because he's a senior devotee. So a lot of people were searching for him, but he is sitting in Hong Kong. Nobody could identify, and he changed his appearance, get up also. Okay, so but then finally, what happened for cancer treatment? He came to India, right? And that day, what happened? In ISKCON Vrindavan, 40th anniversary was going on, the temple anniversary. And who designed? He was the one who designed the temple, right? So some or the other way, what happens? Prabhupada's disciples come across, stumble upon him. They identify him. Oh, this is Surabhi Ravipalayantam. So they identify him and bring him to the temple. Okay, Vrindavan temple. Then they give him a nice chief guest seat because he is the designer of the temple, right? And then there's kirtan going on, there's mangalarti going on, there's different devotees come and share their experiences of ISKCON Vrindavan because it's the 40th anniversary, it's a celebration, right? The program is going on. He's sitting, he's listening to all the devotees speaking. Side by side, there is Maha Sankirtan going on, Harinam chanting going on, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is happening. So he is listening to that. Okay, and what happened? With that atmosphere, he leaves his body. Can you imagine? He leaves his body listening to Harinam Sankirtan in Vrindavan Dham, where Krishna eternally resides. Okay, and in the temple which he designed. So Prabhupada said, right, Krishna is building a house for you in Vaikuntha. And when you die in that atmosphere, when you listen to Krishna, Krishna Katha, Krishna Harinam, okay, and even, forget about listening to anything. The dham in itself, it's Vrindavan. Anybody who gives up their body in Vrindavan goes straight to Vaikuntha, right? And if you've done a lot of service to Krishna, you'll go straight to Goloka. Okay, so he left Guru, he left devotion service, he did all the abominable things after Prabhupada left, right? But Prabhupada promised him, right? Krishna is building a house for you, and he will ensure his words will come true. So Guru never leaves you until you get delivered to Krishna. That is what Guru's, responsibility is. Spiritual master. Master means what? He takes the master, ownership of your soul, of your spirit soul. All right? He becomes the master of your spirit soul. So he will definitely have control over your spirit soul. He will make sure your spirit soul, you get delivered to Krishna. Until that, he will not leave you, even if you leave him. right? That is the mercy of spiritual master. That is one lesson. One more lesson we got to learn from this incident is that it's not about how you live, it's about how you die that matters. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram, Krishna says, right? What does that mean? Antakale cha mam eva. What you think of at the time of death, you become that, or your future course of your future janma will depend on that. Right? Bharat Maharaj was thinking about the deer, his own pet deer, when he was dying. So next janma he became a deer. Right? And who else? Parikshit Maharaj was listening to Bhagavatam, hearing Krishna Katha, he gave up his body. So definitely he went to Goloka. That is the difference. How are you going to die matters, not how you live. Right? He gave up sannyas. Surabhi Ravikalantam gave up sannyas. But what happened? Ultimately, because he was surrendered to Krishna, and his spiritual master, I mean, can you imagine such a nice death, such a auspicious death he got, right? He went back to Krishna directly. He went back to Krishna directly. So it's always about not how we live, but how we die. That is the exam. That is the exam Krishna gives. And to die like that, we need to live in Krishna consciousness. Got it? To die like that, we need to live in Krishna conscious way. Otherwise, we cannot die that way. We cannot. Krishna says right in 18th chapter, you cheat. If you are a cheat, I'm a bigger cheat. Right? So you cannot say, okay, I will do everything I want now. I will live still. I have so much life left, so many years to live. Right? So I will live the way I want. And when I'm going to die, I will think about Krishna all the time. How can you think about Krishna when you're dying? When you not thought about him even for a second when you're living? That is the exam, and preparation of for that exam is our life. Death is our exam, and all our life we got to prepare for to face that exam called death, right? So when you think about money, 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 your actions are towards that, right? Oh, how am I going to expand my business? How am I going to work more and get more promotions? Right? How am I going to do that? How am I going to invest my money so that it doubles, so that triples? When your aim is money, when you die, what will you think of? Oh, so much money, who will take care? Oh, how much money do I have now? So, right, even when you're dying, you will think about money only. You cannot think about Krishna, right? And it's practice. Abhyasena, Krishna says, right, to Arjuna, when Arjuna says it's very difficult, it's not difficult. You need to practice. When you practice thinking about something, you will think about it. You can observe for yourselves, right? When you think about something the whole day, right? Or before you sleep. Morning when you wake up, same thought prevails in your mind, right? So you can test yourself this way. And so this is a proof. If you don't think about Krishna or do not live in a Krishna conscious way all your life, at the time of death, you will definitely not get to think about Krishna, or you will not get to think about, not just think, you'll not get to see Krishna, you'll not get to hear Harinam Sankirtan, I don't know what you will be thinking about at the time of death, right? And that's we will definitely be thinking about our materialistic life only, right? So, and that is how it is, right? What's the question? Where do we find spiritual master? Mataji, we have Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj as our spiritual master. We have Prabhupada as our spiritual master, right? So we got to get initiated, formally get connected to the parampara, right? And go back to the Lord if we are serious enough to go back to Krishna in this life itself. Otherwise, we got to surrender ourselves to Prabhupada. Okay? How do we surrender to Prabhupada? Just following his instructions. What are his instructions? Chant 16 rounds, follow the four regulative principles, read his books. These are the only three instructions Prabhupada has given us. Nothing else. He just wants us to chant 16 rounds, follow the four regulative principles properly, strictly. Okay? And read his scriptures at least half an hour. Okay, fine, you don't have time, half an hour to read. Read 15 minutes. Here, Bhagavatam lecture. We have daily Bhagavatam classes by NND Prabhuji, right? So just hear them. Okay, when you're driving, when you're cooking, when you're traveling, whatever you do, you can just keep on hearing, right? You don't even need to sit in a place, open some book or nothing like that needed. So you need to just stay connected with the teachings of Prabhupada's books, either by hearing the lectures or by reading yourself. Okay. These are the three instructions Prabhupada says. And if you follow this all your life, just cling on, hold on to my dhoti. I have the key to the back door of Goloka Vrindavan, right? I have the key to the back door. You just do this, cling on to my dhoti. I will take you through the back door. I will take you to Goloka Vrindavan. That's what Prabhupada says, right? So he's our spiritual master. He's the founder Acharya. He's our Param Guru. So we need to surrender to him. All right. So even Prabhupada said Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj one day, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is an American. Okay, he does not know Bengali, he does not know Indian languages. But Prabhupada said one day, you are going to master Bengali and write songs in Bengali. You know, Prabhupada said you are going to master Bengali and write songs in Bengali. Today, that has come true, right? He's so fluent in Bengali, he speaks, he composes songs. Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, that's one of the songs Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj has composed. So whatever Guru Maharaj, whatever Prabhupada says, no, his words will never go wrong. It always comes true. So Prabhupada has said 16 rounds, regulative principles, reading the scriptures or hearing the scriptures. I will take you to Goloka, he will take us to Goloka. We got to be sincere in following the rules and regulations. Okay. Make a course on Bhagavatam. It's my request because the classes is not from first canto. Mataji, first canto recordings are available in the playlist. I'll try sending it. NND Prabhuji's first canto recordings are all there from the first canto. Till right now, fourth canto is happening. So I think my recordings are there. I will just check the playlist and send it to you. Okay, so let's begin with today's class. Yeah. Okay, so respecting Vaishnavas, this is, oh, I'm sorry, wait, it's the wrong PPT, right? So today's class is on respecting the Vaishnavas, okay? Shuddha Bhakta Charana Renu Bhajana Anukula Bhakta Seva Parama Siddhi Prema Latikara Mula. So these are all verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so what does this mean? It only means that Shuddha Bhakta Charana Dhul. Dhul means dust from the lotus feet of the Lord, dust from the lotus feet of a pure devotee gives rise to devotional service. And service to the devotees is in itself the supreme perfection and the root of the tender creeper of divine love. So, Chaitanya Charitamrita describes, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes that the root, the Krishna Bhakti is a creeper, Bhakti Lata beach, right? Brahmande kone bhagyavana ji, Guru Krishna Prasade pai, Bhakti Lata beach. So, by the mercy of Vaishnavas and Krishna, we get Bhakti Lata. Lata is creeper. Bhakti is a creeper, okay? Beach, seed gets sown into our heart, okay? And by the process of Shravanam and Kirtanam, Shravanam is hearing about Krishna, anything, Krishna Katha, and Kirtanam is talking about Krishna or singing about Krishna or chanting about Krishna, right? Shravanam and Kirtanam are these two processes. We water. Shravanam is like watering that creeper, that seed for that to grow. And Kirtanam is sunlight, right? Both are needed, right? And with this continuous Shravanam and Kirtanam, what happens? That beach grows. It grows in our heart, which is sown in our heart. It germinates, grows. The creeper grows, tall. Finally, it reaches Goloka, right? It reaches Goloka and we can go back to Krishna, right? So that is the meaning of Bhakti Lata beach. That means we got to nurture the Bhakti Lata beach that we have, right? And so how do we nurture the dust from the lotus feet of pure devotees gives rise to devotional service. So there is a story, there's a testament to prove that this fact. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother's name is Sachimata, right? We all know. So Sachimata, what happened? Advaita Acharya was taking classes, okay, Bhagavatam classes at his place. Sachimata's son, okay, first son, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's brother, Okay, Vishwaroop, he used to go and attend his classes. He used to attend classes. He got so immersed in bhakti cult because Advaita Acharya used to teach so well. He got immersed in bhakti cult. And what happened finally? Vishwaroop used to came home. He's grown up, na? So Sachi Mata started thinking about getting him married. The moment he understood that arrangement for his marriage is happening at home, he was interested in Krishna, not getting married and entangling in material life. So he said, I don't want to get married, and he left the house. He took sannyas. Okay, so he took sannyas. When you take sannyas, you're not supposed to stay at home, right, with your parents and all. Sachi Mata got very angry because of that, right? My son took sannyas. He left us. He left the material world. He left marriage. I mean, he's just ruining his life taking sannyas. So that is the mentality Sachimata had that time. And she said, Advaita Acharya is the cause because he is the one who put in all bhakti teachings and Krishna Katha into his mind, and that's why now he's taking sannyas. Okay, so that's the mentality Sachimata had. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Namo Mahavadinaya, right? Krishna Prema Pradayata. He used to give Krishna Prema to everybody in the city. Only Sachi Mata did not get Krishna Prema. Why? Because of this offense that she had committed at the lotus feet of Advaita Acharya, who is a Vaishnava. This is a Vaishnava Aparad. The moment you commit Vaishnava Aparad, you will not get Krishna. Krishna says, insult me, no problem. I will take it. If you insult my devotees, I'm never going to, forgive you. That's what Krishna says, right? So Sachi Mata insulted a devotee, Vaishnava Aparaditis. So that's why she will never get Krishna Prem until she goes, falls to the feet and apologizes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Sachi Mata, you go, take little dust on the lotus feet of Advaita Acharya, put it on your head. That's all. That is the solution. That is the remedy. Because you've committed this sin. So Sachi Mata went, took the dust, put it on her head, and the moment she put it on her head, she got instantly Krishna Prem and she started jumping, dancing out of ecstasy of Krishna love, love of Godhead. And she got delivered to Krishna, right? She got delivered to Krishna. So that is the power of lotus feet, I mean, dust of the lotus feet of devotees. Not just that, Krishna himself gives himself, falls for the dust of lotus feet of devotees. Once what happened, Krishna had headache, okay, severe headache. And Krishna said, Narada Muni, you go get medicine for me. So Narada Muni was like, what is the medicine? Just nothing. It's very simple. Just get the dust of the lotus feet of my pure devotees. That's all. And Narada Muni went asking so many people, so many devotees. Nobody gave the dust, okay? They were like, no, 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 I will go to hell and all because Krishna is the Lord. How can I give the dust of my lotus feet? Right? Nobody gave. Finally, Narada went to gopis and he asked, Krishna is having headache. Just give a little dust of your lotus feet. I'll go take and give it to Krishna. His headache will go. So what gopis did? Gopis took lots of dust. How much dust you want? Take, take, take. They took lot of dust from their lotus feet and gave it to Narada. Go take. His headache should go. That's all. That is the motto, right? And then, what does this mean? Krishna is proving Krishna is also in love with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord, of the devotees. The lotus dust of the feet of devotees is very very powerful. It can do magic. That's why it is said over here gives rise to devotional service. If we want to progress in devotional service, that is the reason when some acharyas are walking, we go and pay obeisances, right? We offer pranam to them. And when we pranam, when we do pranam, what happens? Our forehead sticks to the ground, right? Their dust from the lotus feet would have fallen there, here and there. And that dust will go on our head. That is the reason we do pranam when the acharyas come. And that dust from their lotus feet is what is going to help us progress in our devotion service. That's why when you commit mistakes, when you talk ill about a Vaishnava, you think ill about a Vaishnava, and say you don't have guts to go and apologize, right? So what happens? Wherever that Vaishnava has walked, just go there, offer obeisance, or take some little dust and put it on your head. That way, your sin will be abolished. Okay, whether you apologize or not, your Vaishnava aparad, whatever you've committed, will be nullified, right? So dust is very powerful. That is the first, first thing we need to know when it comes to Vaishnava respect. Okay. So this is also given in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhakta Pada Dhuli Ara Bhakta Pada Jal. Bhakta Bhukti Avashesha, Tina Mahabhal. Right? These three things are very, very important for any devotee who is looking to progress in Krishna Bhakti. Okay, what are these three things? Bhakta Pada Dhuli, that is the feet, the dust from the lotus feet of a devotee. Okay, Bhakta Pada Jal, the water where the devotee washes his feet, right? The water left from the feet of the devotee, that is very important. People take and put it on their head again and wipe their eyes also so that they get Krishna Bhakti. Then third one is Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha, the remnants of the food that a pure devotee has eaten, right? These three things are very, very important. Tina Mahabal, they give superior strength, spiritual strength for a devotee to progress in his or her bhakti, right? These three things are very, very important, and dust is very important. Okay, and so all this, what happens? The more and more we fall down to the ground and offer obeisances to the feet of pure devotees, our humility increases, and humility is the first step to begin our devotion service. Right? The Prabhupada says most of his purport. So respect. So these are kinds of respect we offer. Accepting their administrators, administration, as in accepting their, administration, basically. If they do some rules or regulations, following it, right? So, like Prabhupada has given us certain rules, right? 4 regulative principles. By following that, we are giving the Vaishnava Raja Maryada, as in accepting to follow the rules and regulations made by that particular Acharya. That is Raja Maryada. Vidya Maryada, learning from that Vaishnava, right? That is Vidya Maryada. And next is Sadguna Maryada, good qualities, right? Inculcating the good qualities which are present in that Vaishnava. Next, Varna Maryada, respecting the Varna, or the Varnashrama we have, no, the divisions that we have, the 4 Varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So respecting the Varna the Acharya belongs to, that is Varna Maryada. Then Ashrama Maryada, that is respecting the Ashrama. We have 4 ashramas, right? Brahmacharya Ashrama, Grihastha Vanapastha Ashrama, and Sannyasa Ashrama. Whichever ashrama he is in, respecting him that way. Right? That is Ashrama Maryada. Then Bhakti Maryada, respecting the level of devotion he has, right? It could be among the devotees, among us. We are all in this class now, right? So respecting each other's level of devotion, each other's varna, each other's ashrama, inculcating each other's good qualities, respecting that, learning from each other, learning from, respecting the rules or demands that we have, right? That is also Vaishnava respect. Not just all this does not apply to a big acharya. Just within among us also it matters, right? So we need to live in a way that we make this devotee association a paradise. ISKCON is what? International association, right? So Prabhupada's dream this is when more than, I mean, when a couple of devotees are together, when a few devotees are together, we need to behave in a way that when others, non-devotees, look at us, they got to get inspired and they got to become devotees. Right? So Uttama hai Vaishnava have Nirabhimana, Jeve Samana Deve Jani Krishna Adinohana. So although Vaishnava is the most exalted person, he is prideless and gives all respect to everyone, knowing everyone to be resting place of Krishna. So Krishna is everybody is the resting place of Krishna, because Krishna resides in us as Paramatma, right? So first quality is we got to be prideless. That is again humility, humble, right? When we are more and more humble, what happens? We start seeing Paramatma in everybody's heart. Okay, so the wonderful pastime that happened, this most of you know, it's a very famous pastime. So there's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here sitting down, and all these are Mayavadi sannyasis. Okay, this person who's holding his hand is called Prakashananda Saraswati. He is the leader of all the Mayavadi sannyasis. Okay, so once what happens, this happens in Varanasi. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is invited for prasadam. Okay, I think lunch prasadam or dinner prasadam. So he goes, all Mayavadi sannyasis will be present there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a Vaishnava sannyasi, right? So he is the path of Vaishnavas are different. Path of Mayavadis is different. Mayavadis, it's a broken path, right? But Vaishnavas leads us to Krishna. So what happened? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to convert all those Mayavadis into devotees. So what did he do? It's a very nice pastime. He went, when you enter the house, there is, in olden days, there is a place for washing our feet. Before we enter the house, we need to wash our feet. Okay. So there's tap and all that. So everybody needs to wash their feet and then only enter the house. So everybody are already inside. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the last one to enter. So he was also washing the feet. He washed the feet and he sat there. He sat there. You can see, right? The mug of water and all over here kept. So he sat in the washing place. He just sat there down. Okay. So it's an unclean place, and nobody will sit there. That too a sannyasi who's supposed to be very clean and such an elevated person will definitely not sit there, right? But he sat. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, sat in a place which is so unclean, washing place. Okay. All the sannyasis were stunned. Being a sannyasi, why is he sitting there? They all stood up. They saw him. They were like, why is he sitting there? So Prakashananda Saraswati, the leader, comes and asks him to get up, gives his hand, says, get up, don't sit there, come, you need to sit in a nice place, you've come for prasadam and all. Right? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, my place is this only. Then everybody are like puzzled. What is he saying? How can your place be this? Why is your place this? Dogs and animals, this place actually is for them. It's the place where we wash our feet. That means so dirty the place is. This place is not yours. You look so nice. You look so. I mean, look at his, just face. The effulgence is just coming out, right? The Prakashananda Saraswati says that only. You look so effulgent. You look so godly, saintly. You're not supposed to sit here, right? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, my place is this. I'm fit to sit here. I'm not fit to come and sit with you all over here, over there. I'm not that elevated. I'm a fool, right? My place is this only. I'm just fit to sit here. And Prakashananda Saraswati is like, what? Why do you say that? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, my guru told I'm a fool, so I need to accept. Okay. And then Prakashananda Saraswati says, no, how can that happen? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, see, you are all Mayavadi sannyasis. You know the scriptures so well. You're all into Vedas and all that, right? You've by-hearted Vedas. But I don't know anything. I don't even know one shloka. I don't know scriptures. All I know is I know this name, okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I just know the holy name. I keep singing that, dancing. When I sing that, I get very happy. I become mad and I start dancing. That's all I know. And everybody look at me and say I'm a mad person. See, and then my guru also told I'm a fool. So I'm a fool. I'm not fit to sit with you all. You are all scholarly personalities. Okay, this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. And then Prakashananda Saraswati was like, oh, he for a moment, he gets touched by the words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then starts discussing Vedas. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went in the way, according to the way of Mayavadis, to bring Mayavadis back to Vaishnava's path. Okay, so he first, presented himself as though he's very fallen, he's foolish, right? And then slowly, by humility, when somebody is talking to you that way, so humble, so prideless, what happens? Automatically our hearts melt, right? Our hearts melt. And same way, same thing happened with these Mayavadis also. Their hearts started melting and they started respecting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for accepting that he's a fool. That means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is representing the Kali Yuga people. And we in Kali Yuga, we are all fools. Manda Buddhi, right? And so Mayavadi sannyasis respected him because he is bringing out that fact. That means they also know very well Kali Yuga people are foolish. And they know very well that how big fools they are because they don't even understand the scriptures in the right way, right? The respect for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu increased. And slowly they started listening to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached scriptures in the right interpretation, Vaishnava interpretation, and changed all of them. All of them at the end of Prasadam, everybody became devotees, surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, chanted the holy name, right, and got Krishna Prema. This is the first quality, very important quality of a Vaishnava, pridelessness. Okay, Prabhupada also. right? When he took first canto Bhagavatam and went to the Western country, when he went to America, everybody said, "Who are you? Why did you come?" and all, right? He said, "No, no, I didn't want to come. Bhagavatam, Granth Maharaj Bhagavatam wanted to come to America. I'm just accompanying Granth Maharaj Bhagavatam." Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? Because Srimad Bhagavatam cannot come alone. No, somebody needs to take care of it, bring him here. So I have come along, accompanying him. I'm not a personality. I'm just a caretaker. That's what Prabhupada says. I'm not a big personality. I'm just a caretaker of Srimad Bhagavatam, accompanying Srimad Bhagavatam. I came to America, right? So that look at the humility, right? And some press, person comes and asks Prabhupada, "Are you God?" Prabhupada says, "No, I'm servant of God." Right? He says servant of God. And finally, he asks, "Why did you come here?" Prabhupada says, "To take all of us, all of you back home, back to Godhead." So I'm actually servant of all of you, he says. What humility Prabhupada shows, right? He says, "I'm servant of everybody." Right? So that's Prabhupada. Ei Mata Haya, Ei Krishna Namalaya, Sri Krishna Charane Sarila Prema Upajaya. Right? So if one chants the holy name of the Lord, Sri Krishna, in this manner, he will certainly awaken his dormant love for Krishna's lotus feet. So Trinadapi Shanichena Tarorapi Sahishranamani Namanatena Kirtanaya Sadahiri. Trinadapi Shanichena, right? This comes in Shikshashtakam. You need to feel as low as a straw or on the street, right? The straw fallen on the street. We need to feel lower than that. That is our position. And as tolerant as a tree, right? Tree gives everything, flowers, fruits, shade, everything. Finally, it is cut off, right? So we need to be as tolerant as a tree. That is the formula to go back home, back to Godhead. Amanina manatena. In this mindset, if you chant the holy name of the Lord, you can always chant the holy name of the Lord. Sada kirtaniya sada hari. You can always chant in this mindset, and offenselessly you can chant so that you can go back to the Lord. Right? That is the formula. So that's why it's not about how you live, what you do. It's all about how you die. And to die in a good way, you need to live in a good way. Right? So that is the link. That is why we got to follow Krishna consciousness. That is why we got to follow the four regulative principles. Okay, now how do we respect a Vaishnava? Say a Vaishnava or a senior devotee or Acharya is entering. Okay, we need to stand up. Okay, first of all, we need to stand up from our places and respect him. That is one way. And then identifying oneself by name, offering obeisances. We need to offer pranam, offering worship. If you have a chance to do pada puja or throw flowers, right, sing kirtan and welcome. These are all kinds of worship we do. Okay, to welcome them. Okay, and then offer giving gifts. Okay, dana. This is called dana, okay? And then offering prasadam and drinking water. Drinking water as in their charanamrit, okay? If you have prasad, you give them. And then offering a nice seating place for them on a clean ground, and then welcome them with folded hands. Okay, these are the ways we accept, we receive, or we respect Vaishnavas. Okay, very important. Um, so Maryada Vyatikrama, um, sometimes we say no, we start finding faults in Vaishnavas. Oh, he's such a elevated devotee. He's such a big Vaishnava. He knows so much. He's no, he knows so much scriptures. How can he do this? How can he do that? It could be very small, but we still have some corner of our heart. We say he's so nice. How can he do this? It could be small thing, but it definitely makes a difference in our minds, right? I thought Vaishnavas are always perfect. I never knew he will do this, he will do that. Right? These are the kinds of things which come in our mind. But what did Krishna say? Apichet su duracharo bhajate mam ananya bhag sadur eva samantavya samyak vyavasito shama. Okay, what does that mean? However, abominable sin he might commit, okay, knowingly or unknowingly, he might have committed the most abominable sin in this world, okay, a Vaishnava. He is still considered sadhu. Bhajate mam ananyabhak sadur eva samantavya. he is still considered sadhu, he is still considered saintly, he is still considered a Vaishnava despite all the abominable activities he commits. Why? Because he has taken the path of Krishna consciousness. Because he's steadfastly holding on to the path of Krishna consciousness. He is not ready to stop chanting the holy name. He is not ready to serving the other Vaishnavas. I mean, he is not ready to stop serving other Vaishnavas. He is not ready to forget Krishna. This is all needed. You need to cling on to this path of Krishna consciousness tightly. Accidentally, when mistakes happen, it just happens. Krishna will forgive. When Krishna is ready to forgive, who are we to comment? Right? Krishna is saying, right? Bhajate mam ananya bhag. If he is holding on to this path of Krishna consciousness tightly, if he is accepted, Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, if he is ready to serve the Lord, if he is ready to serve the devotees, whatever sins he commit, knowingly or unknowingly, accidentally, it has just happened and Krishna is going to forgive all of them and considers him to be saintly. He will continue to consider him to be saintly. And when Krishna himself is considering him to be saintly, who are we to disrespect? Who are we to find faults? Right? So this is very important when it comes to Vaishnava because who doesn't make mistakes? We all do mistakes, right? We all do mistakes. So when that happens to us, say you comment on a Vaishnava because he has done a sin, right in front of you. And when you karma does not spare anybody, right? When you commit some sin, maybe a small one, smallest sin, and when somebody else comments on you, how do you feel? Right? We got to put ourselves in that person's shoes, and more than leave everything. Krishna is accepting. Krishna is saying he's still saintly. We also got to accept, right? We are nobody to stop. The rule is that in the presence of a higher personality, one should not be very eager to impart instructions, even if one is competent and well versed. This is also important. When a senior Vaishnava is there, do not exhibit. It's not good for us to exhibit our talent. Okay, I know so much. Or correcting the Vaishnavas, slip of tongue, something wrong happens, something else comes out of their mouth. Oh, this person doesn't know the shloka only. I'm going to say, see. So that is not the attitude because he is considered a senior Vaishnava and he is in the Vyasasana, right? At least respect the asana, at least respect the seat, Vyasasana, okay? If not the person. So that is very, very important. That's called discipline. Okay, when a higher personality is present, fine, you know all the scriptures very fluently, great, you are very fortunate. Doesn't mean you have to exhibit your talent in the presence of the higher Vaishnava or senior Vaishnava because some or the other way we would have learned from that person only, directly or indirectly. Okay, so if a god brother is more enlightened and advanced in Krishna consciousness, one should accept him as almost equal to the spiritual master. The respect or the honor that we show, right, should be on the equal platform as that of the spiritual master because he is advancing. So we are not. Somebody else is advancing. I'm not able to advance. Definitely, I need to look at him, look up to him, because he is advancing. Relationship between God brothers must be very genuine and pleasing. Otherwise, the future of our institution will not be very hopeful. Prabhupada says we need to live well in coordination. Okay. Aparad. Now coming to the main thing, Vaishnava Aparad. What is Aparad? Apa is against. Arad means worship. Right? Against worship. Against worshipping somebody means you're offending. Right? So offending a Vaishnava is called Vaishnava Aparad. And Vaishnava Aparad is like carbon dioxide. When you are in a room full of carbon dioxide, no room for oxygen at all, will you live or die? You will die, right? The same way if you commit Vaishnava Aparad, it's a given fact that we cannot advance in Krishna consciousness even by an inch. Even by an inch. It's a given fact. That's all. Forget Krishna. Just forget Krishna. Okay, there is no excuse. Krishna will not tolerate Vaishnava Aparad. Krishna will not tolerate Vaishnava Aparad. Okay? So, what are the kind of aparads we can do or offenses we can commit against a Vaishnava? Does not express joy in seeing a Vaishnava. See, you just not being happy by seeing a Vaishnava is also a Vaishnava aparad. Can you imagine? Right? Not expressing joy in seeing a Vaishnava is Vaishnava aparad. Not offering obeisances to Vaishnava, doing pranam is important. Okay, saying Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji. Okay, that is important. Not offering obeisances is a Vaishnava. It's an offense. Hating a Vaishnava is an offense. Blaspheming a Vaishnava is an offense. Becoming angry upon or beating up a Vaishnava is an offense. Last, highest is killing a Vaishnava. So these are all very, very, and also there are other aparads also, lying to a Vaishnava. Okay, lying to a Vaishnava, hiding from a Vaishnava because that Vaishnava might question you and you might have to lie, right? All these things are wrong. So what do you do? What do you do to come out of this? Knowingly or unknowingly, we all make these mistakes, right? So what do we do? Vaishnava, there is a shloka, right? Vansha kalpadrubhyascha kripa sindhu devacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. When you enter the temple, you chant this. When you go out of the temple, also you chant this before you leave the temple. What happens? Vaishnavas will forgive the offenses that you have done. Okay? And Tulsi Parikrama. If you think you offended a Vaishnava very badly and you don't have guts to go and apologize or say that you have offended, what you should do, you need to do Tulsi Parikrama telling Tulsi Maharani the offense that you've committed. And so she will forgive you. And your Vaishnava Aparad will be to some extent nullified. Okay? Whoever blasphemes Vaishnavas falls down to the hell known as Raurava, accompanied by his forefathers. Falls down to the hell. Can you imagine? Vaishnava Aparad is not good. Yadi Vaishnava Aparad ute hati mata upade va chinde tara sukhi yaya pata. So it's compared to mad elephant. When a mad elephant enters a garden, what happens? The mad elephant will destroy the garden, right? Same way, Vaishnava Aparad is going to destroy the Bhakti Lata beach creeper that is growing within your heart. It is going to destroy. The seed is going to dry up, right? The creeper will not grow. Please understand the seriousness of Vaishnava Aparad. If a devotee commits an offense at the feet of Vaishnava while cultivating the creeper of devotional service in material world, his offense is compared to a mad elephant that uproots the creeper and breaks it. In this way, the leaves of the creeper are dried up. No way we can progress in bhakti. Okay, very important. Even if you insult Krishna, he will tolerate. But if you insult his Vaishnava, devotee, he will never tolerate. Then you are finished. Then you are finished. Just like a big man. If you insult him, he may think, all right, let him. But if you insult or do something hard to his child, he will never tolerate. He will never tolerate. Same thing, right? Krishna forgave 99 offenses of Shishupal. Shishupal was continuously offending Krishna, right? Scolding him, offending him. Krishna never bothered. He was like, yeah, it's okay, no problem, let him offend. 99 offenses, 100 offenses he forgave, right? But one offense, Durvasa Muni offended Amrish Maharaj. Immediately Krishna sent his Sudarshan, right? You insult my devotee, I'm not going to spare you. So Krishna immediately sent Sudarshan, and Sudarshan was about to kill Durvasa Muni, right? So this is the way Krishna will never take insults to his Vaishnavas. To him, we can. That doesn't mean we can go and insult Krishna, but accidentally, if it happens, still fine. But Krishna will not forgive those who offend Vaishnavas. Haristane aparade tare harinam, Tomastane aparade nahi paritran. Right? The holy name delivers one who offended Lord Hari. If you offended Krishna during the deity worship or anything, if you offended Krishna, if you chant one round, he will forgive. But if you offend Vaishnavas, there's no way for you to get delivered to Krishna. Right? That's why the 10 offenses to the holy name, first one is Vaishnava Aparad. Never blaspheme devotees who've dedicated their life for the service of Lord Krishna and spreading of the holy name of the Lord. Very, very important. We also saw, right, Vyashya Prasada Bhagavat Prasada, the last words of Guru Ashtakam. If you don't please Vaishnavas, you will never get Krishna. Krishna will not be pleased. If one offends a Vaishnava, the offense can be excused only by that particular Vaishnava, nobody else. When Durvasa Muni offended Amrish Maharaj, Durvasa Muni went to every planet. Vaikuntha planet also he went. Vaikuntha, he went to Narayana. He was like, your Sudarshan is killing me. Please take it back. Vishnu said, no, I sent Sudarshana already because you offended Amrish Maharaj, my dearest devotee. Now I cannot do anything. If Amrish Maharaj, forgives you, then I can take back the Sudarshan. So Durvasa Muni from Vaikuntha, he again runs back to Amrish Maharaj, falls to his feet and begs him for asking him to forgive him. Then Amrish Maharaj is like, it's okay. He says, it's okay, Lord Narayana, please take back your Sudarshan. Let's forgive him. right? And then Durvasa Muni gets saved. Same with Prahlad Maharaj, right? Prahlad Maharaj, when Hiranyakashipu was killed, Prahlad Maharaj says, Narsimhadev, can you please deliver my father? You've killed him, fine, but can you please take him back home, back to Godhead with you? Do not push him back into material world again. Can you imagine? So Prahlad Maharaj is not taking offenses that his dad committed against him. Hiranyakashipu gave him poison. He forgets everything and says, please deliver him. Right? And that's how Hiranyakashipu gets delivered. Completely. He gets delivered because Prahlad Maharaj forgives him. Right? Same with Jagai Madai. Jagai Madai offend Nityananda Prabhu, and when they again fall to Nityananda Prabhu's feet, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives them Krishna Prem and delivers them. They become pure devotees. Jagai Madai, who are sinners, they've done every sin in the world, exploiting women, murdering, robbing, everything they have done. And they offend Nityananda Prabhu. They're so intoxicated, drunk. When Nityananda Prabhu comes and asks them to chant holy name, they say, "What is this chanting and all? No, don't come and disturb us." Right? They say that, and then takes manhandles Nityananda Prabhu. Madhai takes an earthen pot piece fallen next to him and hits Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu starts bleeding. It's a Vaishnava offense. Hitting Vaishnava is a Vaishnava aparad. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gets so angry, comes running and takes Sudarshan. Almost he's about to take Sudarshan to kill them. Then Nityananda Prabhu says, forgive him, my lord, forgive them, it's okay. Give them Krishna Prem. Then Jagai Madal falls to Nityananda Prabhu's feet and says, we've committed so much sins, but you are asking him to forgive us. And then when they realize their mistake, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives them Krishna Prem. Right? So Vaishnava only can deliver a offender. If anyone offends Vaishnava in moment of delusion or madness, he must fall at the lotus feet and repent bitterly, weeping and full of contrition. He must beg forgiveness. A sadhu is very merciful. His heart will soften and he will embrace the offender, thus exonerating him from all his offenses. That's a Vaishnava. We should always remember that we recruit members from people in general. It's not expected that every one of our members should be immediately to the standard of qualification. The best thing for you to set the example by your personal behavior and try to reform the others, not by criticizing, but it is called constructive criticism, right? Growing together, holding their hands, telling them their mistakes, correcting them, and helping them grow. We got to do that, not criticize and in a bad way. Okay, that is not the way. Okay, so we end with this. Can I take 5 minutes? I just have a small story to conclude. Okay, so Vaishnava Aparad. So Rupa Goswami, he's one of the 6 Goswamis, right? So what happens of Vrindavan? He's Rupa Manchari in Goloka Vrindavan. He is the assistant of the Sakhis who serve Radharani. So such a great exalted position he is having in Goloka Vrindavan. He comes down to earth as Rupa Goswami. So Rupa Goswami was once chanting, okay? He was chanting the holy name. He was completing his rounds in the morning. And it was early in the morning, Brahma Muhurtam time. So there was a limping Brahmana, okay? A Brahmana who was limping was passing by, okay? And Rupa Goswami, while chanting, because he's a pure soul, he's a liberated person, he's directly from Goloka, right? So what happens when he was chanting, he automatically gets Goloka pastimes that is happening, Radha Krishna pastimes that is happening in Goloka directly gets telecasted in his mind. Okay, when he's closing his eyes and chanting, he's able to see what is happening in Goloka. The pastimes get, revealed in his mind. Okay, so there was a funny pastime happening, and he was seeing the pastime and he was laughing. Okay, when that Brahmana was passing by, he thought Rupa Goswami was laughing at him because he was limping. Okay, and that Brahmana is a Vaishnava. He is a devotee. So that Brahmana misunderstood and thought he was limping. He was laughing at him because he was limping and got offended. Okay. See, unknowingly this happened, right? Rupa Goswami did not commit any offense, but because this Brahmana got offended, it is still considered Vaishnava Aparad. The moment the Brahmana took it as offense, what happened? The pastime that was displaying in his mind immediately stopped. Rupa Goswami was seeing the pastime, right? It immediately stopped. The pastime stopped. He's not now able to focus on japa. He's not able to focus on holy name. Then Rupa Goswami immediately understands, okay, some Vaishnava aparad has happened. That's why I'm not able to focus on holy name. That's why I'm not able to see the pastimes. Right? So this is how powerful or the consequences of Vaishnava aparad can be. Krishna takes away from you. Rupa Manjari he is. Right? He is directly from Goloka. Vaishnava aparad considers nobody. Because that Brahmana is also a Vaishnava, Rupa Goswami did not even do anything wrong. Still, he had to suffer. Right? Later on, he arranged a feast, invited the Brahmana, apologized, and then the Brahmana forgave him, and then the sin got nullified. Yes, but can you imagine the consequences one has to face due to Vaishnava Aparad? So, it's always good not to offend anybody. Do not even think ill about anybody. Okay? Yes, Mataji, your question. Put it in the chat, please. I'm really sorry. Hmm. Okay, Prabhuji. I have done a sankalpa that I will take the Murti of Lord Krishna and Radha. But in the last class, you said that we cannot take Lord's idol. What will I do? And in Dharma Sankat, you are my guru. Oh my God, I'm not a guru. Please guide me. Take my Dandavat Pranam. Okay, see, Prabhuji, for worshipping Radha Krishna, we need Brahmanic initiation. Okay, we need that Brahmanic thread and all that, right? It's very important. So you can take Brahmanic initiation, right? So you can follow the regulated principles. You can start chanting because you've taken the sankalpa. Make sure you fulfill that sankalpa, right? Start chanting 16 rounds, try and follow the regulated principles, right? Then you get Harinam initiation. After that, if you wait 6 months or 1 year, you get Brahmanic initiation. Then you can worship Radha Krishna. Okay? Or you can if there is a Vaishnava in your house, then you can worship Radha Krishna. As in that person can take care of Radha Krishna worship. Okay? If you have a Vaishnava with Brahmanic initiation. Okay? You maintain all the rules. Then you can apply for initiation, no Prabhuji. You can take shelter of Guru Maharaj, and then after 6 months of shelter, you will be qualified for Harinam initiation. After that, 6 months or 1 year, Brahmanic initiation. Okay? It's very easy. You just have to follow the four regulated principles and you have to chant the holy name of Allah. Okay? Mega Mataji, your question, put it in the chat, please. I'm not able to hear. There's some problem with the speaker. Okay, any other questions? You can all put it in the chat. No, no, no. For shelter, we don't have any exam. You just have to fill up a form and submit it. Send it to Namanishta Prabhu, and he will check the form and he will send it to JPS office. Okay, Guru Maharaj's office. That's all. That means you've taken shelter. After that, 6 months you need to wait, get better and better in your devotional service, and then you can apply for Harinam initiation. How do we get spiritual master? See, basic qualification is chanting 16 rounds and following the four regulated principles. If you are doing that, then you can come to shelter. Shelter forms will be sent to you. You can take shelter. And when you, in that, after taking shelter, 6 months, in that 6 months, you can practice this attending Mangalarti in the morning. Okay. And applying tilak to your body, tilak mantras, bhog mantras, all that you get groomed actually in those 6 months. And then you can take yeah, Prabhuji, I will send it to you. So those who want to take shelter, if you're chanting 16 rounds and following the four regulative principles, please message me on WhatsApp personally. Okay, please message me on WhatsApp private chat. I will send you the details. Okay, I will speak to Mataji and I will send it to you. Okay, yeah, Hare Krishna. Any other questions? Sorry, I
Hare
took a
Krishna
long time.
Mataji, I've got.
Okay,
Hare
no
Krishna
questions?
Mataji, I have a
Okay.
doubt.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. Yeah, so from next class, we will be actually starting the module. Okay, so these were just basics. So from next class, it's going to be very interesting because we'll be starting from Prabhupada's prayers to the Lord. So please do not miss. It's beautiful. Okay, we will learn how to pray. We will learn the basics of prayers and all that. Okay, all the details. So please do join. Hare Krishna. Thank you all.